Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, the latest on last night's shooting near 27th and O Street. Plus, we'll have more on a local COVID vaccination clinic coming up for kids. But first,
you must really like it.
I do.
Tonight, a program that makes everyone feel wanted. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. Megan has the night off. Good to have you with us. Recently, we took you to the Cornhusker Hotel to tell you about a very special program.
I think this rotation and Project Search will definitely help me in my future. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, the Cornhusker Hotel takes part in the Project Search program. They hire some interns with special needs. They help them gain job experience. But just as importantly, it builds self-esteem and confidence. And tonight, the success story continues. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez introduces us to a hard-working young man who found employment through the program.
After interns graduate from Project Search, I wanted to check in on them to see how they're doing with their jobs in the real world. So today I stopped in at Hy-Vee and spoke with Jarrett, who's been a dedicated worker here for the last 7 years. Managers shared with me how Jarrett Ayers just lights up a room with his positivity.
Smile every aisle.
Jarrett is responsible for aisles 10 through 12. Where he makes sure every product is in the right spot and facing forward nicely on the shelf.
My butter work, nice and neat.
He has a job, and it's a job that it needs done. It's not something, we bring Jared in to have Jared. We bring Jared in to do a job, and he does an amazing job.
After students graduate from Project Search, Nebraska Vocational Rehabilitation, or the Nebraska Commission for the Blind and Visually Impaired helps individuals with developmental disabilities obtain and maintain employment.
We support the interns while they're in Project Search to help them with the skills needed to be employed, but also with that transition after high school, which we assist them with finding employment after.
With so many employers looking for dedicated employees, the Department of Health and Human Services Division of Developmental Disabilities is emphasizing how important it is to hire individuals with special needs.
The big thing is it's also an opportunity to educate Nebraskans about the importance of inclusion in the community and how it improves, not only our workforce, but also our society as a whole.
For employers who may be hesitant,
He's an employee that doesn't miss time. He's dependable. He does a great job. He treats our customers amazingly well. They have fun with him. He has fun with them. And it's really a nice feeling to know that he's going to do a great job for us. So if anyone has any doubts, just take some ownership in it, train, and just watch what can happen.
do you like working here?
I do.
If an employer is looking for dedicated employees and would like to partner with one of these state programs, more information can be found on our website, klkntv.com. Reporting from Hy-Vee and Plattsmouth, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
I love it. Jared even had the saying down, a smile in every aisle, right? Thank you so much for that report, Ariana. The Salvation Army here in Lincoln is accepting applicants for their annual Thanksgiving food basket distribution.
We're really excited to once again continue the heritage of helping families at Thanksgiving, and we started on Monday receiving applications, and we're going to go through the 12th of November. We believe that it's going to be helping, many people, thousands of people will be assisted through the Thanksgiving baskets.
Now, those in need of Thanksgiving baskets can apply by going to the office there, Salvation Army's office at 27th and Potter. You're going to need an ID to prove that you're a local resident. Last year, they gave away a little more than 400 baskets. Now, they do need volunteers to help pack the baskets. That's going to be on November 19th and with distribution on November 22nd. We have more now on a shooting that we first told you about last night at 10 o'clock. What we've learned about that, plus a closer look at crime trends here in the capital city. The shooting happened around 9 o'clock last night near North 27th and O Street. Police say they found a 54-year-old laying outside the residence with gunshot wounds and injuries to his torso and neck. The handgun was recovered, and 44-year-old James Plagman was taken into custody. Now, police are still learning what led up to the shooting, and the investigation is ongoing. Last night's violence had us thinking what the latest crime trends look like here in Lincoln. In 2020, police saw an increase in violent crimes compared to previous years. Records show we saw about a 40% increase compared to 2019. Lincoln police say Lincoln had 7 homicides last year. As of right now, this year, we have also had 7 homicides. Police said this year our community is not experiencing an alarming increase in homicides compared to previous years. However, anytime they say there is one, it is concerning. According to LPD's 2020 annual report, all 7 of those murder cases last year have been cleared. And we're going to take an even closer look at the Lincoln crime stats coming up tonight on our newscast at 6 o'clock. As we told you last night, the CDC approving COVID vaccinations for children 5 to 11 years of age. A pediatric doctor at Bryan Health says do not take this lightly.
There have been 94 deaths in the 5 to 11-year-old age group since the pandemic started. Those are kids. Those are kids 5 to 11. And so when people tell me that, well, not that many kids die of COVID, those are 94 children that died of COVID that would be with us today if it wasn't for COVID-19.
We do want to let you know the County Health Department will have a vaccine clinic for 5 to 11-year-olds this Saturday. It's going to be held at Lincoln High. You do need to sign up online, and we have a link on our website for that on klcantv.com. And nationally, playing off of this, the president very happy with the CDC's decision. He calls it a major step forward in our fight against COVID-19. ABC's Dan Lieberman has the latest on that.
From Hartford, Connecticut to Houston, Texas.
I know it'll keep me safe and I wouldn't get COVID-19.
The first COVID vaccines for children administered overnight. Another 28 million Americans now able to get vaccinated after the CDC officially fully recommended the Pfizer shot for 5 to 11-year-olds Tuesday night, adding to the previous recommendations for anyone 12 and older to receive the vaccine.
Pediatric vaccination can help us better protect our families and our communities, helping prevent children from bringing the virus home to family members who may be more vulnerable and helping reduce community transmission levels.
President Biden calling it a major step forward in our fight against the pandemic. In a statement adding, over the last several weeks, my administration has been working hard to be prepared for this moment. We are ready to act. Studies found the vaccine to be nearly 91% effective in preventing symptomatic illness in young children, with only mild and temporary side effects like a sore arm, headaches, or fever, and no cases of myocarditis, that rare heart inflammation seen in some young men. But despite promising trial results, a recent poll taken before authorization shows 63% of parents either refuse to get their kids vaccinated or plan to wait. CDC modeling suggests that vaccinating children could reduce COVID transmission overall in the U.S. by 8% between now and next March, an estimated reduction of about 600,000 potential cases.
Children are going to be able to get their lives back, be able to get back to school, back to in-person learning, back to be around their friends.
The White House also expected Thursday to label COVID an occupational hazard for workers, the first time a federal safety standard has been set for a respiratory virus, putting it in the same category as asbestos and dangerous machinery. Dan Lieberman, ABC News, New York.
All right, let's get to your first forecast now with John. I know it's November, but it's been a cool start to the month.
Yeah, it's really feeling more like late November than beginning of November. And I had to go back and look because we only hit 49 degrees today. This is the first time we've had 3 days not to reach 50 degrees at the beginning of or make that November in 18 years. So something kind of unusual around here to see temperatures this cold this early in the year. And with all the cloud cover we've had today, temperatures just couldn't warm up very much. As I mentioned, we hit 49 degrees for a high temperature. Right now around the capital city, we've got temperatures sitting mainly in the upper 40s, 48 degrees officially at the airport. It's 48 as well down towards Beatrice. It's 47 in Hebron and cool once again out towards the Tri-Cities with temperatures only in the mid 40s. The clouds are definitely stuck overhead. Now, if you're up towards Greeley, out towards Ord, you're probably talking about what clouds? It's sunny out there right now. I think these clouds are going to persist as we go through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. You can see, though, we've got a lot of clearing back into the western part of the state. For the rest of this evening, we'll keep it cloudy at 6 o'clock, 46 degrees, 44 by 8, and 42 degrees by 10 o'clock. So not cooling off as much tonight as we have the last couple of nights. But we've got some changes coming our way. That includes some sunshine tomorrow and warmer temperatures. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. All right, John, talk to you later. Let's talk about kids here for a moment. Temper tantrums and bad behavior. Is your toddler just acting out, or could these meltdowns be warning signs for teenage troubles? Here's more from ABC's Ike Ajachi.
The terrible twos, life with a three-nager, the fearsome fours. A new study says these common ups and downs of emotions could be linked to developing an eating disorder in adolescence. Researchers at the University College London found that children still struggling to manage their emotions when dealing with discomfort and frustration by age 7 were more likely to develop anorexia as teens. Anorexia nervosa is a food-restricting eating disorder. It stems from an unhealthy relationship with food and body image, but it's the emotional inflexibility and perfectionism that feed the anxiety of this disease. Building healthy coping skills at a young age could help prevent anorexia as a teenager. For the next toddler tantrum, think talk time instead of time out. Work through those feelings today so they can do it on their own later. With this Medical Minute, I'm Ike Ajachi, ABC News.
And coming up on the news tonight, you might be surprised about the new allegations about the Alec Baldwin movie set shooting. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. A very serious allegation coming out of the deadly movie set shooting involving Alec Baldwin. New claims of chaos on the set. Here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
It's a bombshell allegation.
Somebody put that live round or live rounds in that box. When you do that, you can only have bad intentions.
Jason Bowles, the lawyer for Hannah Reed Gutierrez, the armorer on the movie set Rust, telling ABC News they're looking into the possibility that the gun shot by Alec Baldwin, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins, had live rounds in it on purpose.
We're afraid that could have been what happened here, that somebody intended to sabotage this set with a live round intentionally placed in a box of dummies.
As for who would want to do that and why, there wasn't a clear answer or much evidence beyond the fact that live rounds were found on set, according to authorities in Santa Fe.
The biggest evidence we have is that there is a box of dummies and there's live rounds within that box. We know Hannah did not put the live rounds in that box.
As for the suggestions that his client wasn't experienced enough to handle the gig, he says that wasn't the case. And Rust first camera assistant Lane Looper speaking out on camera for the first time, telling ABC News it wasn't just the fault of one person.
I think with Rust, it was a perfect storm.
He paints a picture of a chaotic set so dangerous that he resigned the day before the shooting.
Specifically gun safety, a lack of rehearsals, a lack of, preparing the crew for what we were doing that day.
That account, though, disputed by the producers of Rust, who said in a statement Mr. Looper's allegations around budget and safety are patently false, and he had absolutely nothing to do with or knowledge of safety protocols or budgets. But Looper says that wasn't his experience and the usual safety guidelines.
They were ignored and not attached to the call sheets, which they're supposed to be. And unfortunately, that's what led to a breakdown here.
Authorities in Santa Fe, New Mexico are still investigating. No one's been charged in the deadly shooting. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
This is the look this morning from Grand Island at I-80 and Highway 281. Just a little after 7 o'clock in the morning, and as we went through the morning, you can see we've been stuck with a lot of clouds today. At times it looks like it maybe tried to open up a little bit and allow some sunshine through, but just was not the case. Very cloudy out there. And we take a live look right now from Southeast Community College, looking off to the east, and you can see lots of clouds remain across the area. They're not going to budge, I think, as we go through the overnight hours, and we even may have some clouds around early tomorrow morning, but there is some relief in sight, some sunshine coming back as early as late tomorrow morning, and that's going to allow temperatures to start warming up. We're back up in the 50s, eventually 60s and 70s before the weekend is over. Right now, temperature-wise, we're sitting in the upper 40s over most of the city right now. 48 at the airport, 48 degrees at East Campus, and 48 degrees at Southeast Community College. A degree cooler as you go to the south side of town. We did hit 49 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln. 48 degrees is the current temperature in Beatrice. It's 46 in Friend, and York and Aurora both coming in at 45 degrees. You can see the cloud cover that's just been kind of stuck overhead. Yesterday we talked about how the clouds will be between about 3,000 feet and 5,000 feet, and that's where they're going to remain as we go through the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. Those clouds will keep our temperatures from dropping too much, as we will drop down into the mid-30s by tomorrow morning. Where there is some clearing further to the west, temperatures will get a bit cooler. We'll drop down into the upper 20s in Kearney, 31 degrees in Grand Island, where we keep the clouds. Temperatures are probably about 5-6 degrees warmer. You'll see on Stormcast 8:30 tomorrow morning. We'll have those clouds around, and then they start to erode pretty quickly. By late morning, I think we're talking sunny skies in Lincoln, maybe hanging on to a few clouds out towards York and Seward and even up towards Columbus. But as we head towards the afternoon, look for mostly sunny skies. Should be a pretty nice day, especially by November 4th standards. Temperatures will be topping out within a degree or two of normal for this time of year. So 58 degrees in Lincoln, 57 degrees in Beatrice, nearing 60 degrees in Grand Island, and now towards Kearney we could hit 60 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the south, 6 to 13 miles per hour, so picking up just a little bit. And it's those southerly winds that's going to allow our temperatures to remain on the warm side, not just for Thursday, but Friday we're back up into the 60s. And right now the weekend looks fantastic, I think. Just keep in mind, we're not going to get all day into the evening warm temperatures because the sun is setting earlier and earlier now. But we are looking for highs to be in the 70s on Saturday and Sunday. Specifically for Saturday, we're talking temperatures running 15 degrees above normal. So that would put us right at 70 degrees in Lincoln and 70 out towards Ogallala. On Sunday, I think we actually go up another degree or two. So highs could be in the low 70s. 7-day forecast, 64 Friday, 70 Saturday, so football game looks fantastic right now against Ohio State. 72 degrees on Sunday, and we've been mentioning this all week. Don't forget to set your clocks back an hour on Sunday as we move out of daylight saving time. Then early next week we'll be in the mid-60s. Still some question as to when a cold front comes through. Yesterday it looked like it'd be more Thursday. Now today's looking maybe like it could be Wednesday instead. That's when temperatures start to drop. By the end of next week, Mother Nature is going to remind us that we're not out of winter by any means with these 70s coming in for the weekend. Highs will only be in the low 40s, and that could be the case as well as we go into the following weekend.
So enjoy the next, 5-6 days before we
Exactly. Then Mother Nature kind of smacks us and just reminds us, hey, yeah, winter is coming a little closer.
Okay.
So.
No surprises, I guess, there.
No.
Thank you so much, John. Here's a story for you. A Southwest Airlines pilot assaulted a flight attendant, but it didn't happen on a plane. Apparently, the two got into an argument over mask wearing while sitting at a San Jose, California hotel bar. It ended up into a physical fight. The pilot was cited for alleged assault and battery and was put on leave. The matter is now in the hands of local prosecutors. Here's a look at Wall Street today. It was a good one. As you can see, the Dow was up nearly 105 points. NASDAQ up almost 162. We'll be right back.
Tonight, after the powerful test.
And finally tonight, a new high-tech cook in the kitchen is looking to revolutionize fast food prep. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
Meet Flippy 2, an AI-powered robotic French fry cook that could have fast food restaurants rethinking how they sling their salty side dishes. It's the sentient sequel to Flippy, the burger flipping robot from the brainiacs at Miso Robotics. They say Flippy 2's robotic arm can safely handle sizzling hot food while avoiding cross-contamination and saving kitchen space, and with the assistance of just one human. It definitely puts the oil in well-oiled machine, but some critics fear automation like the Flippies could threaten jobs. However, Miso says it tackles hiring challenges while benefiting the customer experience. A rare tasty treat aboard the International Space Station as astronauts hosted a taco dinner with special guests Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not those chili peppers, these chili peppers. A mini crop of the zesty veggies planted on board the ISS back in July were recently harvested. NASA says it was one of the longest and most challenging plant experiments ever attempted on the orbiting laboratory, but it allowed the astronauts to enjoy a caliente culinary comfort from back home. You know, when it comes to creature comforts and hobbies, astronauts have to phone it in or full-on fake it. So while millions of baseball fans back on Earth were celebrating the Braves winning the World Series, astronaut Shane Kimbrough, who calls Atlanta his hometown, showed his support from 250 miles up, flying a Braves jersey literally in zero gravity. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Oh, that is cool. Spicy foods, you like hot peppers, stuff like that, John?
I do like spicy food for sure. I think it would be interesting to have the peppers though from space. That'd be perhaps a new venture for people growing things and trying to sell them.
Yeah. I like spicy foods. I just don't necessarily need to cry or be blowing my nose when I eat it. But yeah, I like a little kick.
And sometimes you eat some of those where you should just start to sweat a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
All right.
And frankly, I think it makes you want to eat more of it. So, hey, this evening, cool temperatures outside. Right now across the area, we're sitting in the middle to upper 40s. We've got cloudy skies overhead, and we will keep the cloudy skies as we go through the overnight hours. So temperatures not falling as much. 44 by 8, 42 degrees by 10 o'clock.
A little bit of kick in that forecast for later. All right. Thank you so much, John. Thank you for joining us. World News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
We're up before the sun, so we can make breakfast for our friends and family. Hot off the griddle, fresh as can be. At Amigos.
Closed caption.